think we're good. I think we're golden.
Yeah. You're going to have to hold that
Yeah, I'm going to have
close.
to hold it really close. But shout out, first of all, thanks for tuning into the live chat for part 2 of Dark Universe. My thoughts on Dark Universe as well as Carter's. Huge shout out to Carter for even setting all this stuff up. I have no idea what to do in all this stuff, so this is cool that it's actually. Oh, that's why this thing is. I was wondering why it wasn't working. That's because I didn't press play. Yeah, Carter set up all of this live stream setup for me. I would have had zero clue what to do, and I hope it all works. I hope everyone can hear me. We have the chat up here. We have the moderators in the chat. It's been a long time since I've done a live chat, a very long time.
And if it's freaking out, audio issues and different stuff, we got a lot of hooked up.
Yeah, just if the audio's screwy or video's screwy, just let me know. We can see the chat, and Carter can see it on it closest to his end. So, yeah. It's so much easier to do this versus editing a long-form video when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like, if I did a long-form video in the park, that's a different story. But putting together all the components for the first part took days. It took days. So I was like, if we're going to do a part 2, we have to do a live stream. It's just so much easier, and that's what we're doing. So, how's everything look? I have the chat in front of me. That's why I'm looking down right here. But hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a minute. If there's any super chats that come in, we're going to see them as well. And if I'm late to them, I apologize. I'm going to try my best. But and same with just regular comments and all that. I'll be as quick as I can for comments. But we're pretty much just going to be reacting to the video. We've already seen the Dark Universe video, and they can't. They're just seeing me, right?
Yeah, they're just seeing you. This is the live version.
Okay.
This is what I'm having.
Okay.
It's ready to go once it's ready.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on. Carter's the mastermind. Sound is good. Okay, cool.
Okay, we're good now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and.
He said that the audio is doubled, so we should.
Oh, okay. So the audio's better now.
The audio should be better.
I didn't even see where Drew's at in the chat.
Oh, he just texted.
Okay, he just texted. Okay, well, as long as everything sounds good, then all right, let's just roll the video. Let's get the video going. And I'm going to pass the mic off to Carter at points as well, just because the mic will not pick up both of us. And yeah. So you guys should be able to see the video in the top left-hand corner. I hope all of you should be seeing the video. Yeah, okay. It's working on my end too. Michael's also in the room. You can't see him. He's just on the side. He's a little too shy to be in the in the live chat, but he's double checking some stuff too. Yeah, spoilers, by the way, for those that are watching. If you do not want to watch the Epic Universe monster thing, I suggest tuning into another one of my videos, or maybe even Carter's videos. Carter has a channel as well, Jinx Everywhere. He has some fun videos. Yeah, when you post. So yeah, sorry that this is all a spoiler. But in part 1, if you haven't watched part 1 yet, we pretty much were talking about our thoughts on Dark Universe leading up to, I think, a gift shop, and that's where something was going on outside, and it turned out to be someone ran into a fire hydrant outside, and I have some footage of that. I'm going to hopefully put some of that footage in, maybe in a future video or something, but oh yeah, it was crazy. I thought someone was pressure washing outside, but no, it was someone crashed into a fire hydrant, so we had to stop, and then we had to pick up, and then going back home and trying to edit all this was just a nightmare. But we've made it to the gift shop, so we've seen all this kind of stuff. And hello, Best Life and Beyond. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're gonna just kind of let the video play up until that point. Carter, any thoughts on anything?
Hi, Internet. No, like I said in the first video, Darkmoor, they're talking about Darkmoor right now. The entertainment, entertainment is coming to Epic Universe. Yay, yay, yay! The well,
Yeah.
The well with the redness. Let me know when to stop, because yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that car is still out on the street. Fun fact: the car that got smashed into by the other car, and the fire hydrants were repaired. But it was a crazy time.
I believe we talked about the werewolf coaster.
We
right?
did talk about the werewolf coaster, because we talked about the Yeti.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we did talk about the Yeti.
But I can't tell if we were talking about the Yeti, like, because they were flashing it before versus, like, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we were talking about this.
No, the werewolf that looks like the Yeti. This is so cool.
Yeah, this coaster, by the way, is pretty amazing as far as a family coaster goes. It's going to be really cool. It's not the craziest thing in the world, but I still think it's going to be pretty amazing. Okay, I can't remember what I put in the first video. Did we talk about this?
Should I look at the first video real quick? No, we're just gonna stop it there, real quick.
Because I can't remember, like, if this was. Go ahead and comment in the chat. Do you guys remember what? I do remember that we left off at the gift shop. I just don't know if it was after the Doss Steakhouse. I'm not really sure. They crashed into a fire hydrant because they were so excited after they heard the news of Dark Universe. Exactly. That's exactly why they crashed into the fire hydrant out there. They were so stoked with Epic Universe's opening and the Dark Universe news. I mean, yeah, who wouldn't crash if they were hearing that? Let's see. Which land in Epic Universe is going to be the most immersive?
So we did talk about Dawson.
Okay, yeah, so we did. Go ahead and scroll back, though. I just want to kind of see where in the concept. I think all the lands are going to be immersive, to be completely honest. I don't think one of them is going to be less immersive than the other. I think they're all going to be immersive respectively. I don't think we talked about Werewolf either, because, yeah, this is like the first part of them just flashing up all the different... So, yeah, see, we had so much... There was still like 4 more hours of footage to go. Okay. Sarah, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I love the stickers. I've never seen that sticker before. It's like a... That's a really good sticker. Let's just pick it. Sorry, we're doing this is why I don't like doing live streams. It's just kind of a mess. But it's all okay.
So let me go back to DOS.
Yeah, I don't think we talked. Maybe. Okay.
So I think we talked about everything but the ride.
Okay, so let's just pick it up where we left off, which was that last shot of the gift shop. Let's move on from the gift shop. We don't really need to talk 4 hours about the gift shop. Let's just go on to the coaster. The restaurant, by the way, I think the restaurant's going to be really cool. Okay, we can... We're trying to get a perfect moment. There we go. We're going to stop right here. Yeah. Okay, this is the entrance to the Curse of the Werewolf coaster. I think this ride's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be pretty amazing as far as some of the theming goes. It's not like this insane, complicated thing. It's not supposed to be, as elaborate as the Monsters ride, the Dark ride is. But I think in its own right, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. The entrance. I love all the stores, and like I'm curious if all of these are going to be like glass, the multicolored thing, like everything Dark Universe and Darkmoor. It's going to look great at night. This land is going to shine at night. Also, I want that marquee sign in my living room.
Oh yeah.
I just want it right here.
Yeah, that marquee sign
is something cool.
That sign is legit, so I hope it looks like that once it's done. And yeah, the entrance looks pretty sick. I do love the little kineticism they got going on above the what is looking like the standby queue, the express queue, and then the single rider queue. I I think that's going to look really cool with the wagons there and everything. Well, we can move on from that. Yeah, can everyone still hear and everything's still going good? It's looking good, at least on my phone.
I was just making sure because this
Live streaming is a beautiful chaos. Yeah, it really is.
Okay, let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Let's get to the. They're gonna show. Okay, so this character right here. Now I'm not sure if this is gonna be a walk around person or what, but I hope she is a walk around character.
Possibly an animated figure.
Yeah, animatronic.
Kind of like the animated figure in King Kong. It kind of is giving that. It's like setting up a story. So you might see her in the queue, and when we go further into the ride, there's a concept of her in the ride area. So it's definitely, she's a part of the show element. So, and her name is Maleva. Is that Maleva? I love that name. But I hope that you can meet her. I would think so as well. If you can meet her and a bunch of like villagers and monsters just in Darkmoor by itself, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I totally agree. That would be, and I hope there's multiple werewolves in this concept art. So I'm wondering if that's why we're seeing multiple werewolves in the like little cabin area where the swing launch is located. Let's go ahead and continue. And they'll show that swing launch in this right now. They're just kind of okay here. That I think that is the load and unload area. Do you think? Or wait, no, that. Oh, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Okay, pause it right there. Okay, this I think is where you're gonna get on and off the ride because you can see people lined up in front of the gates, and then there's like this really cool effect with the moon, which I think that's going to be like a screen effect. I don't think that's going to be that's not like a picture outside. It could be, but I don't think so. I think this is a screen effect.
We looked last time at shout out to BioReconstruct on Twitter or X. If you look at the building from the loading station is obviously enclosed, and they're building kind of like shade structures around the building as well to kind of get the lighting right, so it will look not like, when you go on like Manta SeaWorld San Diego and you see like the little bit of daylight shining through the bottom of that show element before you launch away. It kind of, they're trying to dial that in, I think, with this a bit more. So that moon is definitely a show element. That is not going to be a practical to the outside. Looking up at the like the roof, what they have on the roof, it's very enclosed.
Also, a shout out to Pinup Palmer again for another super chat. Thanks, Sarah, for the super chat and the new sticker. Love that. That's how I'm feeling for Dark Universe right now. And let me just go quickly to the chat. Let's see. I really hope they stick with the heavy theming. It will bode them well for popularity. Yeah, this is no joke. They are going all out on Dark Universe, and not just Dark Universe, all the worlds at Epic Universe so far that we've seen, because we've seen Celestial Park, we've seen How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, and then Super Nintendo World. We're seeing this one right now, and then there's one more to be revealed, and that is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, and I think all of the worlds are going to be incredible, but this one, out of all of them, like Carter and I were saying in the first video, was our most anticipated. I mean, as huge Halloween fans and fans of horror, how can you not be excited for this? I mean, this is the first time ever that we're going to be seeing something like this in a theme park setting. Now, this shot right here, I think this is at the exit. I don't know. I think this is like the brake run.
Yeah, I think this is it's either the launch or it's the brake run, right? And by the aerials that we've been seeing online, I think it's the brake run. And it's, you see Maleva, thank you. And all the lanterns and the carpentry on top of the roof, the pattern selection, it's gonna be really gorgeous. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, this is really pretty in here. At nighttime, this is going to look next level. Let's go. And again, I'm not really sure if that person's going to be an animatronic. I hope so. Oh wait, you know what? Go back. We could see the brake run right there. Here, I'll tell you when to pause it. The park is supposed to open up sometime in 2025. Okay, pause. Right there.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh no. You can probably hit the space bar. Might be easier. Okay, yeah, we can. Boom, right there. Okay, so in the top, yeah, in the top left, you can kind of see. I think that is that scene. I think that's the scene. Do you think so too, Michael? Yeah, he thinks so. He thinks as well. Thinks so too as well. Because you can see the green, you can see all the purple and pink in there. I think that is the brake run, and hopefully Maleva will be an animatronic in that spot. If she is, no, I don't think she's media either.
I think that thing behind her is media.
Yeah, the curse, the beware of the werewolf thing. Yeah, I think that is all media. But I think that's where we're going to see that point. Go ahead and go forward. And then this is just an animation of the coaster itself. This again, a family coaster. This is not supposed to be some out of control attraction like Stardust Racers is. But this guy right here, here's one of the werewolves that is inside that barn looking structure. And there's a swing launch in this moment. And remember, this is a spinning coaster. It's a free spinning coaster, so we're going to be facing in different directions. So I believe there's another werewolf on the other side. But a lot of people were thinking that this is going to be like the Yeti thing, and that's what we were talking about in the first video. Yeah. I don't think this is a Yeti. This is a static figure.
I want it to be a Yeti. Please. Please, Universal, let us have a Yeti figure in Florida, or a Yeti-esque figure in Florida. But no, I think this is along the lines of things like the Velocicoaster statues. As you're going through the circuit, they're just static figures, and you're going so fast they don't need to be giant moving figures. I think I would love these guys to be on maybe a push cart or something. As long as it's kind of doesn't look like a baby on a stick. Incredicoaster.
Yeah, the Incredicoaster effect is so bad looking. It's really bad. So I don't think it's going to be this. I think this is going to be way more elaborate than that. But we'll go ahead and just continue with the animation. Okay, this right here, the Burning Blade Tavern. I don't know why I have a feeling we talked about that. The Burning Blade Tavern is going to be the best place to go grab a drink and a pretzel in Dark Universe, if not the whole entire park.
I can't wait to sit and drink a Blood Moon brew. Oh, no. They gotta have it. They need to have it. If they don't, oh my gosh. But you're gonna turn the corner and see a windmill, and then a coaster might go by, and then the windmill is gonna catch on fire.
This thing is going to explode every 20 minutes, they were saying. And what's cool is Universal's also confirmed that they're using 2 different types of fuel to ignite this thing. So it looks better during the day and at night, depending on, the fuel type. So that is epic in itself. You're going to hear that word a lot, just like in the first video. You're going to hear the word epic a lot. But this is really, really cool. And this is not easy to do, because lighting a building on fire that's not going to burn down like the Phantasmic Dragon is very difficult. And like what we were saying in the previous video, they probably learned quite a bit from Phantasmic after that incident. They probably went back and were just making sure, they probably double-checked just to make sure that the materials that they are using are not going to, what's the fail-safe, what happens if this thing has a catastrophic failure. So the fact that they're pulling this off is next level. 1 second, Brian, Dylan, how are you? I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Let's see. Reg, thank you so much for the super chat. Dylan, where can you get the Beetlejuice sign behind you? Also love the videos. Carter can answer that one. Where'd you get the Beetlejuice sign?
Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween. Yeah, we got me and my girlfriend, we have a bunch of theme park stuff in our living room, and there's a Indiana Jones sign over there, and yeah. But Spirit Halloween has a bunch of cool like horror stuff, so go check them out when the time comes.
Yeah, when the season is here, Spirit Halloween Carter has a bunch of cool stuff in his house. There's like so many. There's a lot of like cool Disney stuff and Halloween things. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button and all that during the live chat. That'd be great. But let's go ahead and continue, because I think the next shot is a closer shot of the windmill.
Oh, wait, I had a thought real quick. So the burning windmill, and I'll play this as I talk. The burning windmill, right? Part 1 was chimneys at Hogsmeade, right? Part 2, they put a static dragon on top of Gringotts Bank, and every 15 minutes it breathes fire. Part 3, we're gonna make a windmill move, and we're gonna blow it up every 15 minutes. Hats off. If they can pull this off and it works, and it will work for the eternity of Dark Universe, yes. I'm there like every month.
Oh yeah. Like, we are going to be living in this land. Myself, Carter, and Michael will be living in Dark Universe once this is. I mean, look at that. Just like Best Life and Beyond just said right now, it seriously looks incredible. It does. And look at that marquee sign. The marquee sign looks great. It looks so good. The whole area looks good. And this is what the inside of the Burning Blade Tavern is going to look like. See, now just replace these people in the concept art with us. Here we are eating our food and drinking our beer and our wine or whatever they got going on in there.
And cheese.
Yep, and cheese. And inside this location, we're going to be meeting some characters as well. And go ahead and keep playing this. Okay, this shot right here. So this reminds me of Oga's Cantina, where you're going to have characters interact with you, and hopefully they stick with this, unlike Disney that says they're going to do all this kind of stuff, and then they never end up doing it. No. Yeah, they're like, no, we're not going to do character interactions because that's just operationally not going to be possible. But Universal, on the other hand, is going to try to do this with the Burning Blade Tavern, and I think that's pretty awesome.
Entertainment's always good. I think the thing that really hurt Galaxy's Edge was they pitched us a system where our actions followed us, right? It's not going to be that. No. But you're going to have a lot of character interactions, obviously, right? They've shown us so many different characters throughout this land. And like we talked about in the first video, the violinist, you're going to go into... It bridges on character dining, right? And if this is just in a bar, right? If this is in, like, I can get a beer and talk to a character, that's what we want, right? With Galaxy's Edge, I think, like, if they got rid of the reputation system and it was just like, you can talk to a bounty hunter in Oga's Cantina, that's what we wanted. That's it. We don't need all this fluff. The fluff would be cool, but let's just break it down into just give us the bare essentials and the guests are going to love it. So that's, yeah.
Ron says, hey, Michael, start feeding Dylan some drinks for our entertainment. The chat's going to get wild and crazy if we start drinking. But yeah, no, the thing about this is there's no, we don't need to pull out our personal devices. We don't need to be on our cell phones to figure all this stuff out. It's just already built in. There's no need for the technology. And I think that's a very smart move for this. Yeah, just to have random characters show up. What's wrong with that? I don't know why they can't still do that in Oga's Cantina. Very rarely they have the stormtroopers go in there, but I feel like Universal's trying to up the ante a little bit with the Burning Blade Tavern in the Monsters world, which, yeah, again, is cool. I don't need to be on my cell phone all day. I don't need to go through an app to try to figure out some stupid game that's going to, do whatever. No, I just want to be immersed in the environment. That's it. I want to be living it. I don't need to be on this thing, distracted. The distraction is the environment that you're in. So we'll go ahead and continue.
I know.
Yeah, see, spontaneous moments with characters is what we want. Exactly. Take a shot every time someone says epic. Oh man, we would be on the floor. We would be on the floor. Okay, so next up, this is This right here is... There's actually going to be lightning that's hitting the building in real life, too, because it's Florida.
You never know. There might be, because there's lightning rods on all the buildings at all the theme parks. If you go to any theme park and you look on top of the buildings, the little sticks that are sticking out of everywhere, the ones that really stand out is on, like, Skull Island for Reign of Khan. There's just a bunch of little sticks, and occasionally lightning just hits the buildings just over and over. So if we could get that with this, thank you, Mother Nature. I appreciate you. An epic universe? Epic.
Take another shot. But let's continue. This attraction is the world's main marquee dark ride. And Universal, in this video right now, they're talking about how this is the most insane thing that they've done ever. It's going to have the most technologically advanced animatronic figures that Universal has ever done in their history. And, okay, this shot right here, you keep going. Okay, stop. Now, this is inside the queue space for the... What the official name of the attraction is? Isn't it Monsters Unchained? Monsters Unchained: The Frankenstein Experiment. And, oh, man. I mean, already look at the queue. This is the first thing we're going to be seeing. I mean, you already have Dark Universe. It's absolutely stunning and gorgeous. And leading up into this moment, it just continues.
This reminds me a lot of when I got to do Enchanted Tales of Beauty and the Beast at Tokyo Disneyland. The pre-show, and I know, Michael, you just did it as well, but the pre-show of that giant room, and it has like 2 balconies, and the animatronics come out. It kind of reminds me of what this is, but I think the ride will actually be good. That's a whole nother video, but I'm not a fan of Enchanted Tales of Beauty and the Beast. I think it's mid, but that pre-show is amazing. I think if this is a pre-show, and you were saying last time that you don't think this is a pre-show. This is just Q. I think could be Q, but it could be a cool show moment if they wanted to stop guessing and explain the story. I'm always down for explaining story.
Yeah, I think this moment right here that we're looking at is just the entry point, and the pre-show will be later on in the attraction's queue. I don't think that this is, but hey, I could be wrong, and Carter could be right, or vice versa, or whatever, or we're both wrong, and who knows what's going to be happening. But that is pretty ambitious. I mean, look at that, up into the ceiling with the chandelier. Gorgeous. And the next shot, I believe they show the inside of this, like the real thing. So go ahead and continue. Genius right here, by the way. Guy's amazing. Yep. He is responsible for some of our favorite rides at Universal Orlando. One of them being Velocicoaster. So shout out to you, sir. And in the background, we have the ride vehicle for Monsters Unchained. This is an over-the-shoulder restraint. And this height requirement, by the way, is going to be 48 inches. So this ride is not meant for the little kids. This is they even say in the video that this ride is very scary. This is like one of the scariest rides that they've ever done. So I would not bring the little kids on this one. And that's what the Werewolf coaster is for. The Werewolf coaster is for the little kids. This ride's probably gonna scare me, to be honest. I'm getting jealous of Universal Orlando. I mean, so am I. Yeah, here's Victoria Frankenstein. She's the main character of this attraction, but I want to keep going until they show these official shots of... I believe they're actually inside. Okay, this right here. Boom. I think this is real. I think this is an actual shot inside the attraction's queue. Because the lighting is just very interesting. They're shadowing things on purpose. I don't think this is animated.
If this is real... And by what Universal's been doing the past couple years and over the past decade, going all the way back to Poddle. Yeah. If this is real and the lighting retracts this way, it is awesome. And there's another one. That's the one that I'm like, Yes. That's like that looks so cool.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
Well, and the reason why I'm thinking that this is real is because look at behind the statue. There's the mural that was in the concept art, and this is what looks to be the real thing. But look at how they're shadowing it. They're not showing the entire thing. Even the statue, or even around the statue, is dark. So I think that shot was inside that segment of the queue, which, if true, that is next epic. Take a shot. That is epic. And now they're explaining that Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, which is, by the way, the great-great-granddaughter of Dr. Frankenstein, is conducting experiments. Okay, this shot right here is pretty crazy, too. But she's been conducting experiments, and she's captured all of the classic Universal monsters. But in typical Universal fashion, something goes wrong. And we love that. We love that Universal still does that story arc in a lot of their attractions. And this shot right here, apparently Dracula is the one that just screws everything up because he's, I guess, the most powerful Universal monster. But look at this. The concept art shows the Rhine vehicle, the bats flying everywhere. And what I'm thinking is Dracula is an animated figure. I think Dracula is an animatronic. The other stuff around him, I think that portal-looking thing, that Stargate-looking thing, is practical as well. But I think there's some screen media behind him.
Yeah, this has got to be. It's got to be a mixture of practical, the Stargate thing, the Harmonious. This is where the Stargate for Harmonious went. It went to Epic Universe. Duh. But the Stargate thing is probably all practical. So you think he's a figure or is he media?
No, I think he's a figure.
And the bats? I bet I'll have bats flying at my beagle. Here, Michael. Get in here.
Wait, should I? Yeah, just come in.
I'm gonna
walks
pop
Michael.
in for like a hot second, really quick. On his desk, he has like statics. I don't know if you guys noticed it. That's the only reason why I think it's not just a figure. I feel like it's like some type of insane animatronic. I don't know how they would do it, but I feel like it's like that's all practical. I would imagine there's gonna be like a see-through kind of like screen. You know how like some parks do it, and they just project something on it, and then same thing on him. You kind of have like lightning effects, like projections kind of surrounding him, and then same for the bats. I want to say the bats would probably be not practical, probably just projection mapping. But yeah, I think it's all gonna be practical minus just the lightning and the bats, which I think is gonna be kind of insane. But yeah, like on his desk, you see like the little portal, and then you see the little portal, and then you also see Dracula like attached to like a little. I'm just call it like a little hook. Yeah, do you see him? Dracula's. I want to say that's Dracula. I don't know who that is, but I see like a little hook right there, and there's like a figure attached to it. So and then yeah, on the side you obviously see the huge portal. So I would just imagine, I don't know, it's the same character just attached to a hook, and who knows, maybe it might swing at you or something. I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Like if. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You can see clearly in that shot right there. Are you able to zoom in, Carter, on that shot? If not, it's no. Oh, there we go.
Did that work? Yeah,
Let's see. By the way, thank you, Sarah, for another super chat. Sarah, you're such a dork with the lemon. It's money for you, Michael. That was your super chat. If they put an animatronic, I think the long extended arm thing might be like a Kuka arm, because this attraction is clearly Kuka. For those that are not sure what I'm talking about, Kuka is a manufacturer that makes these giant robotic arms, and they use them in like car manufacturing facilities and all that kind of stuff, and they lift big pieces of heavy equipment into place, and they help build cars and a bunch of cool stuff. Legoland was one of the first theme park companies to use Kuka in their theme parks for an attraction, because one day they were just like, screw it, let's just make this a ride. And down the road, Universal started using them, and it's looking like Kuka is being used in this attraction as well. And if you've been on Forbidden Journey at the Universal Parks, the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey attraction. Same kind of thing. I don't know how much this is going to be tossing people around, though, but based on the ride vehicle itself, it's looking like that. One second here. Carter's pulling up the KUKA website. But it's looking like there's more of a viewpoint on this ride vehicle than the Harry Potter ones, because in Harry Potter you have like your peripherals blocked, whereas in this it's more open. So this is going to be very, very interesting, and it might be just new generation KUKA. And what's really cool is in all the concept art for this ride, there's no 3D glasses anywhere to be seen on the people riding the ride. So I'm hoping that this attraction is not in 3D.
So now they can see this?
Okay, yeah. So this is the website for KUKA. This is what they look like. And again, this is all coming from the concept art. We're not like, this is not some sort of inside information intel. This is clearly from the concept art, what we can see and what they've been working on at Universal. This is what KUKA arms look like. And so the ride vehicle attaches to the endpoint there, and this robot arm is so strong that it can toss you around in so many different directions. And yeah, the Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey ride system is this. Best Life and Beyond, thank you so much for the super chat. For drinks in Epic Universe, yes. We're going to be drinking a lot at the Burning Blade Tavern, that is for sure. But yeah, so that gives you an idea of what the KUKA arm looks like. I think that one of those animatronics is going to be attached to one of those KUKA arms.
Yeah. I do think that all the animatronics, or most of the animatronics, will be on, if this is indeed the KUKA arm system, which... right now, if we forward a little bit in the video again, in this shot right here, the bottom, it's giving Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey.
Yeah, so we can narrow it down that it's KUKA.
Yeah, it's probably KUKA. And all of the animatronics in Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, use KUKAs as well, like you said. So it's not out of a realm of possibility that KUKAs also... The KUKA arms have all the animatronics, which, as we get later into the video, is a wild thought with what these figures they're proposing these figures are going to do. Some might be mounted, some that need to fly and be dynamic. The obvious choice is KUKA.
Someone said sound in and out when you change the camera. Hopefully the sound's good right now. Maybe, is it good? Okay. Thanks for the other super chat. Money for Carter. We appreciate that. We'll be using that towards drinks in Dark Universe. But yeah, this photo though, I'm thinking, the centerpiece is an animatronic. Then we have the practical, Stargate-looking thing. The bats could be some sort of practical effect, or this is just an exaggeration in concept art. They just want to show off the attraction art a little bit more by putting all these crazy bats there. But there's going to be some things that they're going to have to do on screens, right? They're not going to be able to do this lightning effect over and over and over and over and over again. So I think this is going to be a good combination of screen media and animatronics, but I think Universal's learned over the years to do more animatronics, and I think this attraction is going to have a lot, which as we continue in the video here. So all of this stuff, we can just go ahead and continue. I think this is all... Okay, this is real. This is a real animated figure. Go ahead and just play the whole thing again. It's super quick, so for those that are watching, just pay really close attention. That is an animatronic, my friends. That is... Do it one more time. Look at that. This is... I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out from pure excitement. This is so good. I think this is a ride through of the experience, and they just animated it because they don't want to show anything off yet. But, oh man. That animatronic looks absolutely stunning from what we can see. It's so fluid. I mean, this is like Disney level kind of stuff. Disney sets the bar for animatronics respectively. I gotta hand it to them. They make some of the most beautiful animatronics in the industry. But the fact that Universal is now coming to the table with the same level of ambition is amazing.
I mean, the newest figures that Disney has done, both in Tokyo on Frozen. Yeah.
Courtney, you were correct.
Yeah. The Tokyo Disney figures are some of the best animatronics in the world, with new Fantasy Springs that just opened, right? All the Frozen figures are mind-blowing. How elegant and how, like, their arms are like sticks, but they move so brilliantly, and it's great. And Tiana's is kind of the same way. Lewis is one of the best figures that WDI has ever produced. And the werewolf that they are showing us in this video looks like one of the best figures that Universal Creative has ever produced. And Universal Creative have done some outstanding figures. You got the Indominus Rex for Jurassic World. You got King Kong. You got both King Kongs. The original one that was in Hollywood on the tram tour, and the newest one, and Confrontation had a good one too, out in Florida. But the newest one for Skull Island, Reign of Khan, gorgeous figure, beautiful figure, and I think this is gonna be no different. And the thing is, it's smaller, it's humanoid size, and it's harder when you get down into a smaller form factor when it comes to animated figures. And if this ride is just full of these types of figures, we're gonna have our minds blown. Totally minds blown.
Totally agree. Yeah, going back to Lewis real quick on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, I totally agree with that. Lewis looks really, really good. We still doing okay? Lewis is really, really well done. I think honestly, I think Lewis is my favorite out of all of them. Tiana's pretty good too, but I think she just flails her arms too much. I think Lewis, yeah, she's a Kylo Ren. But Lewis, really, really well done. But going back to Universal, yeah, I mean, this is the same kind of quality here. This is not, some people on social media are like, oh, no, Disney can only do this. It's like, well, no, other companies can do it as well. They just need the money and the budget and, the time and all that kind of stuff. And sure enough, Universal's able to do the same exact thing. And this werewolf animatronic, which, mind you, this is just probably one of many, because in the video they talk about how there's there's more than one. So if this thing is attached to a Kuka arm, is everything all right, Michael? One second. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, hold on 1 second. We're going to be right back. we're fixing some audio issues, so my apologies. Again, this is why live streams are very rare here on the channel. This is why I don't really do them. It's just too much. But again, shout out to Carter for using more technology than what I would do a live stream with. But the reason why we wanted to do this is so we can show you the video as well. There is a slight audio issue that we're trying to get fixed very, very quickly. So so just bear with us. How's it sounding? There seems to be an issue every time we switch to the video that we're trying to resolve really quickly. Or that Carter's trying to resolve very quickly. But yeah, I didn't want to do the live stream any other way just because, yeah, I wanted you guys to see the concept art. Okay. And then
transition us back to the main video. You are still going.
But I hope everyone's doing great. Let me see if I can get to some comments here. I wouldn't say that this puts the Tiana's animatronics to shame. I feel like they're the same level of quality, honestly. I feel like, obviously, the Werewolf is, it's super high end. But I think Tiana's, the main figures of Tiana's Bayou Adventure are really well done. But like the other ones, like the simpler ones, yeah, those are not supposed to be these like crazy animatronics. We should be good. Yeah, I think they're both really. What Universal's showing off here is fantastic, and then what Disney has done lately, and a lot of their, even in Tokyo, it's great. Oh, thanks, Pinup Palmer, for another super chat for audio problems.
To be fair, the fact that this is like the first time we're doing this, and the main thing we're having is like a stereo or mono audio issue, I think
we're doing pretty good.
Okay, cool. Let's keep going.
Let's see. Since I just got here, did you share the Universal video in the beginning? I haven't seen it yet, but I'm super excited. We're pretty much just doing a part 2, so we're kind of recapping some stuff, but then we're now talking about the main dark ride attraction in Dark Universe. I do have a part 1 that's like an edited video. I decided just to do a live stream this for part 2 because it is such a monumental task to edit a long form video like that. It's different when I do vlogs in the parks because it's just kind of like piecing it together the way I shot it in the park, but when you're doing a sit down kind of thing, it's way more complicated. So this was, and this is complicated in itself right now too, but I'd rather just do it like this. That way when the video gets uploaded and people are watching it back, which for those that are watching it back, thank you so much. But going back to the animatronics really quickly, yeah, with Disney aside, this is some of the best stuff that we've seen Universal do ever. This is really impressive, and they're not showing the animatronic fully on purpose just because they don't want the competition to really get an eyeball of this, and they also don't want us to really see this until we go on the attraction, which continues this mystery of the ride itself. Again, this is the most intense, scary ride that Universal has ever done. And this is, I think, one of the reasons why. I think this is why it's going to be so scary. I think some of these animatronics are going to be in your face. They're going to be very lifelike. And the fact that we get to see all the classic Universal monsters in this is going to be so darn cool. And since Pinup Palmer's watching right now, yeah, we get to see Creature. We finally get to see Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's going to look a little different because all the monsters look slightly different for the new age here, for the next generation. But I'm so happy, like as a fan of horror and all this kind of stuff, we finally get to see the classic Universal monsters in animatronic form. It's going to be spectacular.
Creature was like one of my favorite monsters, so the fact that he will probably be in this is great. We haven't really gotten Creature at Halloween Horror Nights. We got him one time, kind of, in Florida. I think it was 2021. 2020, 2021 for Bride of Frankenstein Lives. They did like an underwater segment. But besides that, we really haven't gotten Creature in either Hollywood or Orlando. So
I was talking about the Bride of Frankenstein Lives when
He was in like a cage.
yeah, he was in a cage.
You're talking about 20. I want to say 18 or 19.
Yeah, so 2018 there was like an underwater scene, and then 2020, 2021 he was like in a box. And that's the extent that we've gotten Creature in HHN. But hopefully with this, and it looks like it, we will get a Creature animatronic.
Oh yeah, they've confirmed that we're gonna see all of these characters in this ride, but we'll go ahead and continue.
Let's continue.
Yeah, I mean, look at that movement. It's so good. It is so good. Again, here's some more animations of what I think we're going to be seeing in the attraction. I think this is just, they did not want to show the build out right now. They would rather just show us an animation. And then here's, we want to go, yeah, here again is the okay, so if Wolfman jumps into frame like that, like when we go to the next show scene and he jumps like that, oh man, this has to be like a Kuka effect if this is real, right? If this is going to be what's actually going on, that's gonna blow my mind.
It's gonna be so cool.
That's gonna be sick. Just imagine coming around the corner. Boom, next show scene, bam, Werewolf comes in, Wolfman does his little thing, and then he jumps away. If that's real, if they pull that off, hats off to Universal. That will be insane. Insane. It has to be Kuka. And then whatever's at the bottom there, they'll obviously hide the robot arm. But wow, if they can pull that off. Yeah. Lands, stands up. Oh, man.
You know Lincoln? Like, great moments with Mr. Lincoln, and how everyone was so mind blown when he stood up out of his chair and he gave the speech, right? And everyone at the World's Fair was like, he stood up. Is that the actual Lincoln? Well, this guy's going to fly through the air. And then he's going to stand. This is going to be like, if they pull this off, how it is in this video, this is like all new Lincoln. This is the standard. This is the new standard of like what an animatronic can do. The Shamnasan's gorgeous. Her individual fingers moving. She's sitting, legs crossed, gorgeous figure, right? For like a giant humanoid figure, that is the bar. For this, if this thing flies through the air, lands, stands up, then jumps away, for every single vehicle that goes through and sees this scene, mind you, this is every, 10, 15 seconds? Yeah. Thousands of times a day? If they can pull this off, game over. Get ready.
Oh, yeah. Total game over. Go back to Hot Frankenstein Monster, though. Because even Sarah noticed, Frankenstein's monster is wearing like ripped jeans and everything. He's like, look at that. Yeah, go back to Frankenstein. Okay, go ahead and pause. Okay, yeah. So on the left there is Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, and then Frankenstein's monster on the right. Again, some really cool moments with some possible animatronic figures here, and however they're going to pull off a fire effect. What if it's real fire? What if she's holding a torch and it's like a real flame effect or something? That would be next level. And then seeing Frankenstein's monster, like he's definitely this is new age Frankenstein's monster. Huge animatronic, I would assume.
If that's a real flame that she's holding.
Super chat from Garden's bad Lincoln impersonation.
Let me be clear. But if that's a thank you, Sarah. I have more where that came from. But if she's holding an actual fire torch and she's like swaying it around, it's so difficult to build an animatronic, period. it is also so difficult to make a fire effect with that animatronic. I think the only other time we've seen an animatronic have a flame effect is Morphe, right?
Can you think of an animatronic that holds fire like that?
Or breathes fire, or does anything with actual fire? That's Morphe, or was Morphe, was Morphe. So if she.
Have you guys ever seen that show in Vegas? Okay, I'm back. I'm on the side though. But have you guys ever seen that show in Vegas? Is that the no? Yeah, it's the Atlantis show. Yeah, Caesar's Palace. The animatronic has a sword and it has fire within the sword, and the animatronic's moving around. Have you guys ever seen that? That's the only thing I could think of. So I guess technically it can be done.
It can be done. It's very hard to be done. But if she walks out and that thing's on fire, another mind-blowing moment. Epic moment. Take a shot.
Yeah, and by the way, thanks, Courtney, for clearing that up in the chat. Murphy is the Phantasmic Dragon. But, yeah, no, that's actually a good one. The animatronic at Caesar's Palace does hold that sword that ignites with fire. So, yeah, it's definitely possible, and they could do that here, which if they do, again, it just keeps elevating this attraction. Let's go ahead and keep moving forward.
Did the Disney Dragon explode, though?
Pretty much. That's why it's so difficult to do these fire effects, because when something goes wrong, and the entire thing ignites. So if they're doing fire with animatronics like this, there's probably so many things going on behind the scenes to make sure that this thing doesn't ignite while we're going right past it. All right, so we got Wolfman jumping in. Great. Oh, could you imagine if they do like an effect where when he's roaring or whatever, the like fog comes out of his mouth, like his breath? Oh, that'd be so cool.
If they do that, we have no fog and rise of resistance still.
Yeah, I say no fog and rise of resistance. Okay, this shot right here pretty much confirms that this is like a Kuka arm thing too. Look at the ride vehicles in the back there.
Vehicle like heel.
Yep.
And then a vehicle heel.
Yep. And look, no one wearing 3D glasses. There's no 3D glasses to be found. There's no roof either. So that's a full, like, we are completely immersed. And remember, in the Harry Potter ride, Forbidden Journey, you cannot see above you. You cannot really see side to side. You have to, like, lean forward in order to see what's around you. Whereas in this one, oh, no, they want you to see everything around you. They want you to be very vulnerable. And I think that also adds to the scare factor. There's Creature right there.
Creature, yeah.
There's a new look of Creature. So, yeah, he's looking very scary. And then, let's see, we got Frankenstein. Okay, there's another vehicle down there. Again, no 3D glasses. There's Wolfman. Okay, Phantom. Now, this is an interesting tidbit. We do know, Universal confirmed this on the website, that Phantom is going to be playing a piano in the attraction, and flame effects are going to be coming out of the organ. So it's going to... I'm assuming this is a figure, an animated figure, where he's playing, and flame effects, 3-foot-tall flame effects, are coming out of the top of this organ. That is bonkers. Universal just saying, you know what, we're going to do everything. Ron, thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that. Ron, you are always a big supporter of the channel. So, yeah, you're always watching every single video. So thank you so much for all the support and everything. It really does mean the world, and it helps out the channel tremendously. I will use this all for Dark Universe. Here's another shot of the ride vehicle. It's very it's staggered, very interesting layout here. We got the two seats on the far ends there, the left and the right, that are a little bit lower than the center seats. Again, I think adding to the vulnerability, and maybe possibly an accessibility thing. Maybe it might be a little easier to get into the ride vehicle this way.
We do know how restrictive the Harry Potter and Forbidden Journey vehicle is. So them going back to the drawing board, if this is Kuka, if this can be more accommodating, that I think that's great. Is you're gonna have to be restrictive because the nature of the ride, but if they can tweak it a bit, that's gonna be great. I don't know if that's the reason for the stadium seating. It could be a mechanical thing, just like how seats are, payload thing. Kuka arms are very finicky when it comes to weight distribution, and they'll finicky because they're robots, right? At the end of the day, they're just giant arms robots, and if they have weight distribution incorrectly, it can delay production lines for car manufacturers for days. So it could be that.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool to see how this is all used when, the ride is up and running and we're enjoying it. Oh, and so Gregory here says in that piece, he talks about how we're gonna there's gonna be some like 4D elements to this where we're gonna be able to feel some of the monsters breathing on us. They're gonna be using some effects that make it feel like the monsters are behind us, and we're gonna feel that hot breath on our shoulders, very similar to the stuff that we've seen Disney do in the past at Alien Encounter. So they're using those kind of effects, and I'm sure even more effects. And he also talks about how they're using all the technology that Universal knows how to use, but they're also inventing new technology because they had to with this. Again, this is the most ambitious thing that Universal's ever done, and so far, I mean, it's just incredible. We can go ahead and continue. A huge shout out to the creative teams on this. And the fact that Universal's, again, recognizing their history. I mean, the monsters saved Universal. If it wasn't for the monsters, Universal wouldn't be here. I don't think Universal would be a thing. They were about to go bankrupt without the monsters. So the monsters definitely saved their butt. And even right here, you see in the captions, it's one of the scariest rides that we've created. It's almost like they're saying it's a badge of honor if you're able to get through this attraction because it's that terrifying. I'm like, yes, give me all of it. I am so ready for the classic Monsters Dark ride.
Going back to scary and terrifying and the animated figures. We talked about this last time briefly, but I want to bring it up again. So Dylan, what would you think if you had that Dracula figure, right? And if this is Kuka, and Dracula came in and he attached himself to the vehicle and he flipped you upside down and he's like, rah! Like right next to the vehicle. That, like, the Indominus in Beijing that follows the vehicle, it's that, but on a Kuka arm, and it's a Dracula figure.
This would be me on the ride. I would pass out. I would pass out from just pure joy and excitement. I mean, it's all speculation. We don't know what. Again, there's still a lot of things about this attraction that are like shrouded in mystery, so we don't really know. Even the whole entire world is there's still some mysterious aspects of the world. I think this is going to be one of my favorite rides in the world, just because of the horror element. I think this will be one of my favorite rides of all time. Definitely, hopefully top 10. I'm hoping that it's that good, and it seems like, according to Universal, it's that good. As you can see, there's another shot of the castle. Again, another sweeping overview of what the world's going to look like. Super pretty. I mean, this is gorgeous. It's like if Nocturne Alley and Court of Miracles had a baby. That shot right there is super cool. Again, beautiful castle. And then here in the video, they're just talking about how they want to bring monsters to the next generation. And they're embracing that. They really want people to love the monster just as much as we all do in this room, and some of you at home. That right there. Okay, can you go back? This shot. Okay, that's the entrance shot, but that right there. That is another. We talked about this a little bit in the first video, but that is the shot right after the portal entry. So you're gonna walk through the portal. And then that's the first thing you see. Look at how already immersive it is with the Mii fog there coming out of the bushes and everything. It's just so good. Thanks, Peanut Palmer, for another super chat. Money for Carter's Dracula impersonation. Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, look at this shot. This is so.
My friends,
that will be like pretty cool if that's what an effect they're gonna do, where if the animatronic comes and flips you upside down. I mean, that's really, yeah, that's next level. But this, going back to this piece of concept art, yeah, this is really, really well done. And like I mentioned in the first video, they're spending a lot of money on fully matured trees and making sure that this is already well shaded at opening.
And the fog coming through the brushes, and Universal does this really great thing, and you can see it in this piece of concept art with making you want to go further into the land, and they love their S curves, right? So, and Darkmoor has tons of that, like we talked in the first video, how this is kind of designed like Hogsmeade, with it draws you further into the land as you go through the land. So, Devin with a super chat. But yeah, it looks super sick.
Yeah, this is hands down going to be just gorgeous upon entry and exit. And at night, I'm sure this is all going to look so different. Devin, thank you so much. Another great supporter of the channel. I mean, all of you are amazing supporters of the channel. But Devin, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. I don't see any way this isn't going to be one of the best dark rides ever built unless they severely underdeliver from what they showed in the video. I totally agree. Yeah, I feel like they have to deliver. They're hyping this thing up so much. It's insane. And I believe Universal at this point. I believe them, and because they've been showing us some pretty ambitious things in the past. I mean, look at the Indominus Rex animatronic in Jurassic World. I don't care if people like the ride or not. It is an incredibly impressive animatronic. So the fact that they're able to do that, it gives me confidence that this will be very impressive itself.
They don't like to show us things that they don't build, right? So Universal does this. They try to keep everything a secret up to the last minute. Meanwhile, at Disney, they show us concept art, and the concept art will change, and it's unrecognizable from the final product. Budgets change, timelines change. That's normal. That's theme parks. But Universal, like if you look at Super Nintendo World in Japan, the concept art for that looks identical to what we got. Like identical to the T. Like even the clouds the day they took that picture. Everything looked so identical. So if they're showing us this concept art, I put my top dollar that it will look like this.
Thank you so much, Ron, for the super chat. Yeah, we're gonna be hoarding a lot of drinks at Epic Universe, but I don't think they're hoarding any drinks right now. No one has a beverage as of right now. And then here's one. I think this is the last shot before the video ends, right? Yeah, this is just like a land overview, a world overview. There's also a bunch of stuff in the background going on behind some of these people, and there's like a lot of final fly through here, and then boom, we're out of the portal, back into Celestial Park. Again, that portal entry. Look at how beautiful that looks. Like I'm already sold. You don't have to. I don't care what's in the land at this point. Like what? Everything beyond there is great. That portal entry is stunning. It really is stunning. For Carter's top dollar, there you go. Pinup Palmer with the amazing super chats today. But yeah, this is next level. Universal just killing it. And I think at the end of the video we have one of the she's back. I think she's vice. No, she's not vice president. She's like in charge of the whole creative thing. And then she's right below. I just forgot his name. Mark Woodbury. Yeah, I think she's right below him. So she's making sure this is all looking gorgeous as well. Opening in 2025, very interesting there. That doesn't say summer anymore, and that's because we're all thinking it's going to open up early. So we will get to enjoy Dark Universe a lot earlier than anticipated, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But there you have it. That was Dark Universe. I think overall this is going to be one of the coolest worlds in Epic Universe, and that's already saying that all the other worlds are going to be pretty amazing as well. How to Train Your Dragon looks fantastic. The Super Nintendo world looks amazing, even with the Donkey Kong edition there. They're getting the full scale Super Nintendo world out in Orlando, and then now with Dark Universe, absolutely incredible. and now we're at Universal Orlando's. Oh, okay, they can't see this. Okay, but yeah, this is really exciting. I think all of Epic Universe is going to do so well, and next up after this is the Harry Potter world, which we might have to do another chat like this to talk about Harry Potter when that comes out. I think that one's going to be really impressive as well. And here's just, they could see this, right? Yeah, this is just a fly through of the entire world. I mean, look at the amount of detail, again, that they're not even really telling us. There's probably still so much that we need to learn, but just from what we can see is next level. It's epic. Take a shot. It is epic. There's a secondary level there, mystery up there, checkerboard floor. We love that. And then heading over to the Werewolf coaster. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, you can't, people can't deny that this is like not, this is amazing. You can't say this is not good. This is really good. Again, a family coaster, that's amazing for a family coaster.
There's 2025 in the Orlando market, it's going to be very exciting. This opening up will change the game once again for the themed entertainment industry. I think we're going to see things from this park that will that we've never seen before in ride technology. And I think that Epic Universe will be one of, if not the best theme parks in the world when it opens. And I think that's on comparison to things like Tokyo Disney Sea. Tokyo Disney Sea is so good. So
yeah, no, I agree. I think this is top 5, one of the best theme parks in the world. You know, top 5, top 10 easily. Tokyo Disney Sea was stunning when we went there. Michael actually just got back from Tokyo Disney Sea just a couple days ago, and loved it. We still need to go to Phantasialand in Germany. Phantasialand's another really beautiful park. I think this one's up there, though. I think this one is up with all of the big heavy hitters when it comes to immersive environments and storytelling and all that kind of stuff. Universal's throwing everything they know at this, which leads us to. Oh, did you want? You were pulling up the bio? Sure, yeah, we can pull up bio reconstruct. Oh, we thought we got a top. Thought we got a Top Thrill Dragster 2 update.
no update.
No update on Top Thrill 2. I don't think that ride's opening at all this summer. Sorry about it.
Sorry.
But
Cedar Point, man.
I was hoping to get out to Cedar Point this year, but I don't know if I want to go if that ride's not open. We're trying to pull up BioReconstruct on X. If you don't know who this is, BioReconstruct is out in Orlando, and he does some amazing aerial photos from a helicopter and is just giving us some of the best looks into not just Epic Universe, but a bunch of theme parks in Orlando. And what Carter was saying earlier about matching the concept art, I mean, they are matching the concept art. Everything that we're seeing in the concept art is being built. There's like not too much different. It's not like, Disney showing off the Epcot thing, that 2-story, whatever that was going to be in the front of Spaceship Earth, yeah. And then and then they change their mind last minute because they keep moving the goalposts, and they're like, oh, we're actually going to do this instead. And then we got the new Communicore Hall building. No, Universal's not doing that. Universal's taken, I would say, maybe a couple things out of the concept art, but remember, we only got one piece of concept art from Universal since they've announced this. And then it wasn't only until recently we got more pieces of concept art, but we only had gotten one. So I'm not going to give them a hard time if they took out little tiny things here and there. But yeah, I mean, it really is impressive. Oh, okay. Do that shot right there. Hold on. Go scroll up. I just want to see. Okay, that's 2021. Yeah, go into the thread, right? Click that.
Okay, so let me get it on.
Can people see this?
Now people can see it.
Okay, scroll down a little bit. Okay, right. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, go up. This one right here. This is what. Okay, that right there. That's what the park looked like, and this is a good segue into the next topic before we end today's live stream. which, by the way, thank you so much for those that are still in here watching and supporting everything that we're doing, and those that are watching on the replay. Again, thank you so much for making it this far. I know these are long videos. This is super rare on the channel, but I think moving forward with long-form videos like this is just a better way for me to do this.
Conversation videos.
Yeah, it's a good conversation videos. Go ahead and click that photo. We can enlarge it for everyone to kind of see a little bit better. This is what Epic Universe looked like in 2022. This is what the entire park looked like in 2022. Look at that. There's like nothing there. They're just now starting the concrete work for where Nintendo sits right now. And that's about it. They have a staging area right next to Nintendo. If you showed someone this and was like, what is this? People would be like, I don't know.
It's dirt.
Yeah, it's a bunch of dirt and looks like a construction site. Maybe they're building like a concrete plant or something. No, this is they did build a concrete plant because they had to. It was actually really smart of them to do that. But I mean, look at this. This is why Disney should be very worried. I don't care what anybody says. This is why Disney should be worried, because Universal went from this dirt patch of nothing to a theme park that is getting ready to be open and is already testing attractions. That's impressive.
When did they start the Epcot overhaul? 2019? Right. So Epic got announced with the Epcot overhaul. And they built a lot of Epcot. They built Ratatouille, they built Cosmic Rewind. Cosmic Rewind actually got announced sooner, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so that even goes further into our point. And look at what we got, right? With Epcot, right? They closed the center of Epcot for 5 years, and all they really did was play with dirt. They played with dirt for 5 years. We really didn't get anything like done. They rebuilt the same buildings almost identically. Communical Hall is different, but now it's just a hall with gray walls. Meanwhile, down the street at Universal, on this brand new land that they acquired, Universal is building a whole new theme park from the ground up. In the same time, almost the same time, it took Disney to play with dirt in the middle of Epcot.
Go ahead and exit out of this picture, and there should be another one from like exactly a year from. So this is March 18th, 2022. And if you scroll down, you might get to 2023. Keep going. You're good.
2022 still. So this was 2 years ago.
Yeah, this was 2 years ago.
And now it's starting to look like a theme park.
But look at this. 4 months. 4 months of progress. And now we're seeing even more crazy work going on. Look off there in the corner in the near the top right. That right there is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which went from dirt 4 months ago to that. That was before, and that's but the year difference is more striking. So like nothing.
Before.
Yeah, that was before.
4 months?
4 months of work. Look at that. You cannot compete with that. I mean, this is what I'm saying, like with Disney. Disney needs to figure out what's going on. Because if D23, I'm sure, is going to have some really exciting announcements. I'm sure D23 is going to be really cool.
Jessica says Disney needs to hire Universal's construction crew.
Yeah, Disney needs to hire Universal's construction crew. Well, Jessica, what's funny is it's all the same people.
Same company.
It's the same contractor. The problem is Disney likes to move the goalpost. And that's the problem. The same people that are working on this are working on Disney stuff as well. It's the same people. The difference is Universal's like, no, this is what we want to do. Here's the plan. We'll give you an extra pay bump to get it.
Throw money at it.
Oh, yeah, they don't care. Oh, it costs an extra $10,000 a day to pay these people to work a little bit faster. All right, let's do it.
They could have gotten Tron done in time, even with the pandemic. They could have gotten Tron done and completed in time for the 50th opening. That ride could have been completed. They stopped worked on that for what, a year and a half? Meanwhile, Universal finished Velocicoastal. They didn't stop that project, and they just went at it.
Yeah. Snow White, thank you so much for the super chat. Snow White, you're amazing, as always. Sounds cool. It does sound cool. Michael's laughing, by the way. No, okay, get out of this picture and scroll to like a year. We need to find the year, which I know I know BioReconstruct has the year. Yeah, keep going. You're in August, September. Keep going. What's that one? December. Okay, we're still. Keep going. I mean, even right there, it's just all incredible. The progress is. So go to like March 2023. Okay, so February 2023. That one's fine. So this is less than 1 year from that very first photo that we put up on the screen. Look at that. I mean, if Disney does not put the pedal to the metal, there's going to be an issue. That's what Disney has to be worried. There's a few things, and we're going to talk about a couple more, but there's a few things that Disney needs to be worried about when it comes to Universal, and this is one of them. It's just how fast they can get something open. You know, some people are saying, oh, you know, they're going to announce some cool stuff at D23. Like, don't worry, they have competition for Epic Universe. Sure, I understand that. I'm looking forward to what Disney has to show off at D23. But the problem is, by the time that they build and open those new things that are announced at D23, I'm sure they're going to be working on some more expansions for Epic Universe. There's no way that Disney's going to be able to just build this quickly unless they prove me wrong, which I hope they do.
I'm going to do what Jessica wants us to do. I'm going to look at Google Earth real quick. So I'm going to change.
It's Google Earth in real time, yes. Does Universal have shareholders? Asking, I honestly don't know. Yes, they do. Yeah, Comcast and NBC Universal, yeah. It's just striking. The construction speed is very, very striking. And again, going back to Epcot, they had all these elaborate plans for Epcot, and they ended up having to, again, move the goalposts, had to change their mind on a lot of things, whereas Universal, they knew exactly what they wanted to do. They're getting the job done. I mean, when you look at Epic Universe right now from BioReconstruct's latest photos, yeah, I mean, it looks like it's almost done. It's insane. It's insane. So Disney's got to really be careful when it comes to how fast they can build, because if they do not pick up the pace, Universal will catch up, and who knows, they might be working on another water park or theme park by the time Disney is about to open up these new lands or whatever they got going on for D23. Right now we're kind of looking at the Jen, thank you for the super chat. Always keeping it honest. Yeah, I always keep it real here on the channel. I appreciate that. What IPs would you like to see in an Epic Universe expansion? I would like to see a Lord of the Rings expansion. I know my buddy Drew watching, if he's still watching, would like to see some Lord of the Rings. I also brought up the idea of bringing Wicked, the Land of Oz, to Epic Universe. Universal does own the rights for Wicked and all that stuff, so it could be possible. Can they see this or no? Not yet.
Not yet. I want to see if I can.
We're pulling up like a Google Earth image of the construction of Epic Universe. This image I already know off the bat is older.
Imagery date.
Rivendell, yeah, that would be insane.
So I'm going to show them this. I don't know if
Courtney would die if Wicked happened. Yeah, so would Michael. Michael, I think, would have a heart attack if Wicked showed up in Epic Universe. I tweeted about that, and some people were like, oh no, Wicked's not as popular. It's not a popular thing to put in Epic Universe. I'm like, what are you talking about? Wicked's like one of the most popular musicals of all time. The movie's going to make $1 billion. No doubt.
they can see this.
Okay, so you guys can see this is a Google Earth image of Epic Universe. This was a while ago.
This was, just so you guys can see, this was 11/5/23.
So
It's not even that.
it's really not that long ago. This was in November, what the park looked like. So from November to the latest photo of BioReconstruct, we'll have to search for that photo. But the amount of work that has been done, I mean, this is not an easy task. This is a very hard task to do. There's so much concrete. There's so much infrastructure that needs to be put in to place to open up a theme park. I mean, this is a monumental task, and the fact that they've been able to do this in just a few short years is incredible. Tyler, thank you so much for the super chat. I've been hearing that the Creature from the Black Lagoon is an expansion for the Dark Universe area. Yeah, and I've been hearing that rumor as well, and I hope that rumor is true if they want to do a Dark Universe expansion and have it be Creature, because that would be amazing. That'd be epic. Take a shot. I don't know if we can find. I mean, maybe you can type in like. Maybe you can just type in like Epic Universe Ariel or something. The other thing that Disney should be very worried about with this new theme park is that it's something new. And, you know, the family's making a big decision here going into 2025 when they're planning their Florida vacation. What destination do we go to? Do we go back to Disney or do we go to Universal?
I want to ask the chat the question that we talked about the other night. So we talked about the other night. Is like, okay, so you're a family of 5. You have a teenager and an 8-year-old. You have 5 days out in Orlando. What do you do with the 5 days? 5 days out in Orlando. What parks do you go to? I'm super curious to know what you guys say. Just like you're a family of 5. You have an 8-year-old, a 15-year-old, and 2 in their 30s parents. Where do they go? Dylan, where do they go?
They're going to Epic Universe. And Jen just brought up a good point right now, too, in the chat. Disney has removed all the incentives of staying on property. And that's absolutely right. I mean, don't get me wrong. Carter and I and Michael and even Jen and some of you in the chat are super hardcore theme park people where we will probably stay on property at Disney or Universal or wherever, no matter what. I enjoy staying on Disney property depending on the hotel. Is that the latest photo?
That's from June.
On occasion. But when you're a family of 4 from Montana, you're making these decisions. Yeah, Disney doesn't give you any incentives. 30 minutes in the park early? Whoop-de-doo. It takes me more than an hour just to get from one hotel to the inside the park. Yeah, you get to book a lightning lane now 7 days in advance or whatever it is. Okay.
But if you're international, you can't.
Yeah, that's stupid. Whereas at Universal, if you stay at any of their premium resorts, like Hard Rock or Portofino, you get Express Pass when you go into their parks. That's a really good perk. That's a great perk to have. And then you just get that automatically with your stay at one of the premium Universal resorts. So, I mean, Peanut Palmer, thank you so much for the super chat. Money for the possible creature for the Creature from the Black Lagoon attraction. Yeah, I will send that to Universal. Hopefully they can get that rumor going because that would be insane. Can they see this right here? Yes. Okay, now this is like the latest shot. This was just a couple days ago. This is what Epic Universe looks like right now. That is impressive.
That's kind of from the front of the park.
Yeah, this is from the front of the park. So near the bottom there, you can see the parking lot. And then that right there is the entrance esplanade kind of area. And then you'll walk through what is allegedly security and all that kind of fun stuff. And then into the theme park. And then through the portal, and you could see Celestial Park being done up right there. Another great thing that Universal has said yes to is a bunch of water features. The water features in this theme park are incredible. And one big giant one right there in the center of the park. It's going to have these cascading waterfalls that are just going to look stunning. You have How to Train Your Dragon right there on the bottom. Dark Universe at the top. Yeah, look at How to Train Your Dragon. Look at that.
Look at the restaurant.
That right there is a restaurant. Insane. Then we have some more of Celestial Park, Wizarding World at the top there. That's going to be a hotel. And, okay, talking about hotel incentives, there's a hotel that you'll be able to stay in, and you'll have an entrance right there into the theme park. You'll just be able to walk downstairs and into the theme park, and the closest signs you'll be to are Dark Universe and the Wizarding World. And I'm sure that over time they'll offer Express Pass for this one because this is rumored to be a luxury hotel. But, yeah, Jen said magic hours are gone. Disney Dining Pass is gone. Magical Express is gone. More limited transportation between parks and resorts. Yep. And again, more things Disney should be worried about if they really want to combat this, and they need to come up with solutions now. You offer discounts. You bring back some of the things you took away. You give the family incentives to stay on your property and only visit Epic Universe one day and not multiple, or even just Universal Orlando in general.
When it comes to Disney, right, and we just talked about Dark Universe. When it comes to Disney, they have said villains, right? Villains Land. They have given us the blue sky concept at the last D23 for the Disney Villains Land that has been rumored and has been talked about for years and has been wanted by fans. And because this video is kind of Dark Universe-esque, and Disney's kind of got nothing going up against Dark Universe in 2025. Do they announce villains at D23? First off. And what's the timeline look like? Because if the timeline is, we're going to get this open by 2030, Dark Universe has, Universal Epic Universe has Dark Universe. And I'm going to Orlando in 2026. Why would I go to Disney? Why would I go to Magic Kingdom other than it's a castle park? It's a Disney castle park. There's really not going on for anything at Disney going up against Epic Universe. They got bus wraps. So bus wraps are good. Bus wraps are awesome. But I just don't think, I want... And this is what's exciting, because we saw the same thing with Poddle, right? Universal, Bruce Vaughn is on record. We need to find that video somewhere. But Bruce Vaughn is now in charge of WDI. He's on record and he said, we're not worried about Universal. We're not worried about Harry Potter. How did that work out? Even 1% of Disney's market share in Central Florida is a huge hit. If a family of 5 decides to do an extra day at Universal rather than Disney, that is millions of dollars. It might not sound like a lot on the surface, but that is millions of dollars that is going to Universal and not Disney. The whole idea of the Disney bubble originally was keep people on Disney property for as long as. Let's incentivize to keep people on Disney property for as long as possible. And then Chapek came in and all the executives came in and was like, nope, let's get rid of all these incentives. And now Universal is like, free bus service. Soon, Brightline will stop at Epic Universe, and that is your connection from MCO to Epic Universe and the greater Orlando, Universal Orlando property. Meanwhile, Disney there's not really much, not a lot.
Yeah, they're I don't know what's going on at Disney right now that they think that all these moves are kind of smart leading up to Epic Universe, at least at Walt Disney World and all that in Florida. Disneyland's a different story, but in Florida, yeah, I don't understand why they're making the moves they're making. Devin, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, if kids are at the 7-8 year old range, I'd expect Epic and other Universal parks. Younger kids at Disney still likely wins out. Not much for young kids at Epic Universe. Yes and no, but yeah, I see what you're saying. A lot of the little kids, like the little guys, those are Disney's gonna capture that market for sure. But when the kids get a little older, they're gonna want to go on more thrill rides. But even so, like Epic Universe does have a pretty good lineup of attractions for children. You have the How to Train Your Dragon World, which has a family-friendly roller coaster with a low height requirement. You have the water attraction that does not have a height requirement at all. You have Super Nintendo World with Mario Kart, the Yoshi Omnimover attraction, and Donkey Kong, which I believe also has a low height requirement. You have a carousel in the center of the park. You have the splash pad, and I think a few other little activities scattered around the park. So there are things to do for little kids, but in that aspect, yeah, Disney is going to have that market. But when you can get the older kids and the older crowd in general, a lot of people are going to be going to Universal, and a lot of people are going to want to go to that new thing. Like I was saying earlier, the new shiny toy down the street. When people are deciding their vacations, why would I go back to Walt Disney World when nothing is new? There's no significant change. We're not going to see a new ride that we'll be able to get on at least for like another 4 or 5 years. No, Tiana's is definitely not enough. Like Tiana's is great and all, and that's cool. We have something new for the end of for the rest of the summer and into 2025, but that doesn't move the needle as much as Epic Universe does, and that's, again, very dangerous for Disney. They should have been building things that were going to open up the same year as Epic Universe. Maybe even more. Why weren't they building more water slides at their water parks? Why weren't they doing small dark ride attractions that are easy for them to construct that they can open up at parks that are underdeveloped? At the end of the day, Epcot is still suffering from attractions for little kids. Hollywood Studios still needs some more rides. Animal Kingdom, now this is the park that's going to suffer the most when Epic Universe opens. Animal Kingdom is not going to do well when Epic Universe opens, and here's why. Because if they start on the Tropical Americas land at Animal Kingdom, that means that Animal Kingdom is going to have 5 rides. There's going to be 5 rides at Animal Kingdom next year if they close down Dino Land. That is insane. For $150 on average, what that park costs. If they don't lower the price, Animal Kingdom is in big trouble. I hope they, Linda says, I hope they put the pressure on Disney. I would love a Chernabog ride. Yeah, I agree. If this is what Disney needs to do. They need to really push themselves and show us what they got. Because at the end of the day, we're fans of all of it. We're going to go to all of them, no matter what. I'm going to enjoy what Disney has to offer, with D23, and I'm going to enjoy what Universal has. I'm a theme park enthusiast. We're all theme park enthusiasts. We love to go. But the thing is the more they compete, the better off we are as a consumer. Universal hotels are better value. Yeah, honestly, I would say that I think that the Universal hotels are better value than Disney hotels. There's more affordable options at Universal for sure.
This is the Tropical Americas land.
Yeah, this is what Tropical Americas is supposed to look like. But even then, I don't think this moves the needle that much. It's definitely a good step in the right direction, but this is not on the scale of Epic Universe. It's not going to draw in millions and millions and millions of people like Epic Universe is going to. Sure, if they do an Encanto attraction, that might, we might see some movement there, but on the scale of Epic Universe, no way.
And when Epic opens, and if they start this, Dino Land's capacity goes offline.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you only have 5 rides. You have nothing to do. There's nothing to do at Animal Kingdom. I love Animal Kingdom. Don't get me wrong, but there will be, and if they all gonna take offline, it's tough to be a bug as well around the same time. I doubt they're gonna do that. So they can't. Yeah, they can't. Well, they can't take off Dino Land's capacity, and it's tough to be a bug capacity at the same time. There would be literally nothing for people to do in Animal Kingdom. Why would you go to Animal Kingdom? There's 4 things to do, 5 things to do. Yeah, the Disney, they got to invest a lot of capital, and they got to do it now.
Yeah, and they have to build quick. Joseph, thank you so much for the super chat. If Disney announces villains, they are just looking for copycats at this point. Also, don't forget Dark Universe is on the west side, so those sunsets. Yeah, the sunsets in Dark Universe are going to be absolutely gorgeous. Jen, I really hope they do add a villains park, though. Yeah, I agree. I really hope that Disney does some villain stuff. We've been asking for Disney to do villains for a long time now. Sarah, Disney puts the bus in Lookin' Busted. Yes. Yeah, villains would really look like a Me Too. Yeah, it would be a copycat thing, but hey, I'm still hoping for it. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed. Thank you, Sarah, for the super chat. Money for my pun jokes. I'm gonna defend Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is not about rides. The Maharaja Jungle Trek is my favorite. Love that show. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, Jen, you're absolutely right. I agree. Carter agrees, and so does Michael.
But the general public does not.
Yeah, the general public is going to be like, we want the rides. But for hardcore fans like ourselves, yeah, I will, even with Dino Land closed, I can still find a whole day at Animal Kingdom, no problem. Like, I can still enjoy cruising around Animal Kingdom because the Gorilla Trek Trail is amazing, Maharaja is stunning, and there's so many aspects of Animal Kingdom that are beautiful, especially when you really understand the park, when you get the park's core and value and culture and everything about it. That's when Animal Kingdom really opens up for you. But unfortunately, the average vacationer is going to be going to Animal Kingdom looking for rides and attractions, and next year it's just not going to, that's when they're going to pick Epic Universe. Why wouldn't you? Why would you spend that kind of money to go to Animal Kingdom when you can spend that day at Epic Universe or another day at Volcano Bay or whatever? It's like, I don't know why Disney is thinking that they're just going to be fine in this. If the needle was moved so much so once Harry Potter opened, why wouldn't it move again with Epic Universe?
It will. I think Disney is banking too much on Pandora's success for Animal Kingdom, and they're not looking to the future. I mean, they're looking toward the future with Animal Kingdom with Tropical Americas, but Tropical Americas was announced at the last D23. No, it was announced at Destination D. We originally got a concept for Dino Land USA at D23 in 2022. So it's been 2 years already since we got an initial concept, and still, like, no dirt has moved on that project. And let me remind everyone that it will be 3 D23s, and they do D23 2 years apart, since we got the initial concept and concept art for the Avengers E-ticket. And there was no work at all going on behind Avengers Campus. So I understand that Disney wants to put things in, and they just don't want to put things in like sporadically and make rash decisions, and they think it out but it doesn't take 6 years to figure out what you're going to put behind Avengers Campus. It doesn't take 6 years to figure out what you're going to put in place of Dino Land USA. You had a great concept with Beastly Kingdom originally, and I know that kind of went to the wayside when they built Pandora, and that's kind of the Beastly Kingdom idea. But I personally think you could still do Beastly Kingdom and Animal Kingdom, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But Disney's really got... They are screwed with Epic. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they really are. Why would you take away capacity from Animal Kingdom instead of taking away Dino Land? Why don't you just improve Dino Land, build another ride, increase the capacity there, and then in addition also build the Tropical Americas? Like, why can't you do both? Why do they insist on taking away the capacity? Again, things that are just going to hurt them long term, leading up to Epic Universe. And Courtney, yeah, you're absolutely right. This all does sound like the conversations we have on the phone and everything, or even when we meet up. And we all know your love for Nomad Lounge. Yes, I love Nomad Lounge, and I hope Nomad Lounge stays there forever. They have Villains Grove at Oogie Boogie Bash. Yeah, they do. And that's another thing that doesn't change. Oogie Boogie Bash is still the same.
You want to talk about that? This is breaking.
Yeah, it's just not good. Joseph, thank you so much for the super chat. With Epic being technically outside the Orlando city limits, are there restrictions on fireworks / noise ordinances? I feel like a part of Epic's success will be the ability to stay open later at night. Well, in the concept art, they do show fireworks, so I would think that Epic Universe is going to have fireworks. I wouldn't doubt it. Universal really hasn't had issues with having fireworks at their park, so I think they're going to go through with some fireworks at Epic Universe. Which would, maybe some drone technology. We're seeing that in Sensational, which looks really cool. I can't wait to see that. Looking at the stocks of both companies, Universal is on a steady incline and Disney is on a decline, or staying the same. Yeah, and it's going to be interesting once they announce some stuff at D23. Again, this is all riding on D23. If they don't announce some really cool stuff and then prove to all of us that they're going forward with this and physically starting construction now, then I've just kind of lost all hope with Disney trying to compete with this, because Universal's going to catch up when they open up Epic Universe, and I think they're going to continue to push past them after Epic Universe. But yeah, so there you have it. There was our look at Dark Universe. Looking really good. It's going to be one of my favorite worlds of all time. And yeah, I think Disney's in trouble. I think they should have been, Bob Iger did say that they've known about this for 10 years, and it's like, well, okay, well, if you've known about it for 10 years, then you should have been preparing your parks and resorts in the Orlando area for this, because Universal is probably not stopping after Epic Universe. I'm sure they're going to keep going. And even this summer, they announced some really, they didn't just announce, but they've pushed forward some new entertainment. They have an all-new parade out there in Orlando. They have a new water show. They have a new show over in the Wizarding World at Islands of Adventure. A new tribute store. They're getting ready to go into Halloween Horror Nights. I mean, Universal is like a crazy freight train that is, they cannot stop. It's just, it's just pushing straight through that mouse. I mean, they're not stopping. And this is, oh, Lord. But yeah, this is incredible. I can't wait. Dark Universe will be the place I will be at from park open to close. I will not leave. I will be living there. I will be living in Dark Universe. And I can't wait for the Harry Potter stuff too. I think the Harry Potter stuff's cool. And then eventually we're going to find out an opening date for this thing. But Carter, do you have any last things to say?
Fall Firm says Igo just waiting to buy another IP. That's all he cares about. Yeah, he loves buying up properties, and then
they can't even fix Tomorrowland at Disney. Yeah, they can't
Yeah.
even.
we got the concept art on the wall that entering Tomorrowland. We got the concept art on the wall for Tomorrowland, and they had to replace it because that piece of concept art got so sun bleached and so damaged that they had to replace it because they were absolutely getting just destroyed online.
But, why even have that there? Why even?
They took out the French fries rocks and replaced the planners.
Like, my thing is, why even have that piece of concept art on the wall in front of Tomorrowland? You haven't started work on anything, and it's not like everyone walking into the park is going, oh, I can't wait to see that, honey. That's going to be great. No, just take the stupid thing down. No one cares. This is ridiculous. Disney's going through some weird times right now. It happens every 20 or so years, and I think we're going through it again. And it's just very odd. I think they're self-sabotaging themselves leading up into a new CEO. I think that's what's happening. I think there's a team. This is my little conspiracy theory. I think there's a team at Disney that is purposely sabotaging the company because they know they're about to be in power, because Bob Iger is going to be stepping out. And the minute they get into power, they're going to fix everything. And they're going to be like, look, we're amazing. We've fixed everything. I think that's what's going to happen. Because it's just weird. Why are they dropping the ball this much? It doesn't make any sense. You're talking about one of the biggest entertainment companies in the world, and some of their theme parks are just some of the best in the world. Like, how do you drop that ball that bad? So I don't know. I think Epic Universe is going to really change the culture at Disney. And here's the reality. A lot of people that are working on Epic Universe are former Imagineers. They all used to work at Disney, and they don't work at Disney anymore. I mean, Michael Eisner was, I don't know. I mean, Michael Eisner did some cool stuff, Disney Decade and all that, but Michael was good for a little bit. Then he started going crazy near the end there. Yeah, about to say, we got DCA. Does Universal have a conference similar to D23 where they make announcements? No, but they should. They totally should. I'm going to answer a few more comments here. Do you think Dark Universe will get darker for Halloween? If it does, that would be epic. Take a shot. I don't know. I think, well, in the video they talked about it being they're toying the lines with PG and PG-13. I think the ride, the big dark ride, is going to be PG-13. It's going to be super scary, but everything else in the land is going to be very family friendly. They're not going to have people running around scaring you, or it's going to get even scarier at night. I think it's going to look cool at night for sure. It's going to look ominous and macabre, but I think the overall theme in the world will be family friendly, but then the ride will be obviously the scariest thing.
I don't expect any additions in terms of seasonal decorations in the first at least 2 years, I would say, to Dark Universe or any part of Epic Universe. I don't think that they're going to do any overlays. Maybe in the third year, maybe even the second year of the park being open, I think we will see Christmas overlays come to the park. I think we will see Halloween overlays come to the park, but nothing on the level of Halloween Horror Nights or something like that. I don't think that Universal, that's not what Epic Universe is for. Epic Universe is for daytime experience, and it's for, let's not forget, the Epic Universe is for everyone, right? Even Dark Universe. There's a lot of people online saying that they don't think Dark Universe is for kids. I disagree. Dark Universe is for kids. Yeah, it's going to be epic, so more shots.
Yeah, so amazing stuff. Dark Universe. What are all you guys thinking about Dark Universe? Especially watching the replay. Go ahead and comment down below. I think we're going to slowly wrap this up. Anything else that we should talk about? We talked about Dark Universe. We talked about Disney's demise. After Epic Universe. Here's the thing. I don't want to see Disney go down. You know, I want Disney to succeed as well. I'm a theme park enthusiast. I like all of them, and Disney and Universal parks are some of my favorites. So I really want Disney to deliver here, and I hope that this is that kick in the butt that they needed. They need that competition, and at the end of the day, more competition means better for us consumers. They have to do something about this. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that they really show off some cool stuff at D23, because what Universal is showing, as we're kind of watching this video one more time, it's impressive. You cannot deny, whether you're a Disney fan, a Universal fan, or not even a theme park fan at all, you cannot deny that this is not impressive. Like, this is really impressive. This is really well done. It's really well thought out. You can tell that there's some passion in a lot of this as well. Like, people that are working on Dark Universe, it looks like they absolutely love the monsters. Everything that we're seeing is what I've always wanted in a Dark Universe thing. You know, like, everything that they've been showing off. Yes, and yes.
I've always thought that, like, we've seen year-round houses from Universal Studios Hollywood with Universal Monsters. We saw one with Walking Dead. And I've always thought, like, we need a full-blown Monsters Land. That's something that I've always wanted. And that's something I wanted from Disney with Disney Villains. I've always said that, like, I think that they should do I think they should do the kid event at Disneyland and do like a Horror Nights type scare event at like California Adventure. I think it would be really successful. I know Disney doesn't go for that market, but I think that would be cool. I want more scary stuff from the parks. You look at the European parks, they go all out with horror. Saw the Ride has been in operation for how long? 14, 15 years, and it's okay, but the fact that even exists, there's a Saw-themed roller coaster, just proves that, and there's a market for these kind of horror-themed environments. Like, all the European parks, Thorpe Park especially, has tons of horror-themed environments. Look at the Smiler at Alton Towers, right? That's scary. Oblivion, Rita, like, I know I'm just naming roller coasters mainly, but like they're scary. Like they have a dark theme to them, and that's why I think this will be successful. Right? We haven't seen this in the American market yet, and I think if Universal comes in with this, Disney comes in with Villains, everyone wins. Everyone wins. Going back real quick to Tina saying they need the pressure. If you look if you look at the history of Universal and Disney's like dichotomy, right? The competition between the two, they've always when Universal built Potter, Disney went, we're not worried, we don't care. And then Disney's market share took a hit. And when Disney's market share took a hit, they went, oh, we need to do something. Here comes New Fantasyland in 2014. And by that time, it was too late. Because guess what also opened? Diagon Alley. So, and then they went, oh, we need to do something else. And their next move was Toy Story. Their next move was Pandora. The next move was Toy Story Land, and then Galaxy's Edge. By that time, Universal has captured so much of Disney's market share. You can say it's not a lot, but like I said earlier, 1% is millions of dollars, and that is huge in the Florida market share space when it comes to the theme parks. And the same history is just repeating itself. And Universal is putting pressure on Disney, and they will react. Disney will react, and we're already seeing it happen. The thing is, Disney has more to do in Florida. They have more parks in Florida, so they need to invest more. They need to give people more reasons. I need to go to all the Disney parks and the Universal parks because there's so much to do, and there's so much new stuff. Everyone wants to always see the new shiny toy. It's why video games, right? If you look at like NBA 2K or FIFA, right? These EA franchises, right? People will buy that game year after year after year after year. It's why they buy the same iPhone year after year after year after year. People want the new shiny toy. The classics like Pirates of the Caribbean and a teacup ride, those will always stay in people's hearts. People will always love those kind of rides, but they're always gonna want the new shiny toy. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on it. Is like Disney's gotta react. They gotta react now, and they gotta invest millions and billions of dollars. And their $60 billion investment is not enough. It's a drop in the bucket, because don't forget the $60 billion thing is for all the parks experiences and products division spread out, right? These are cruise lines, these are all the parks around the world, and these are different projects like Story Living. $60 billion covering the entire globe of what their portfolio is not enough. It's not even close to enough. They need to invest way more, and they need to do it now.
Yeah, absolutely right. This will change the market in Orlando 1,000%. We're going to see a huge monumental shift once this park opens up. And I think the other dangerous thing is if people are really impressed by the theme park, the general population is very impressed with it, that's going to change a lot of people's minds on what they should do for the next time they visit Orlando. Like, maybe we don't need to go back to Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom. This park is too good. Why do we need to waste some money there? We really loved what Epic Universe has to offer, and maybe even the other Universal parks. So this is very dangerous territory for Disney, and I think that it's just they waited way too long for this. Yeah, even SeaWorld's like trying like 4 new roller coasters.
4 new roller coasters in 4 years? Name another park?
Yeah.
Regional theme park that has done that.
Yeah, SeaWorld's been investing so much money to try to, get ready for this, because they know too they're going to be taking a hit from this as well. But hey, if they have a new roller coaster or show or whatever, they have a great food festival, they can at least draw some people in for a day or two to experience what they have to offer. So yeah, Disney really needs to deliver here. They really need to deliver, or it's going to be really bad news for Disney. And some people disagree with me when it comes to that. A lot of people say like, oh, well, no, Disney's going to benefit from this, and they're not going to see that much of a dip. Again, if they took a dip from Potter, one land, years ago, like 10 years ago, if they took a dip from that, what makes you think they're not going to take a dip from this? This is not just one land. This is a massive theme park with multiple things to do. There's 3 new hotels. They might be building another one. So it's like this is next level. It's epic. Take a shot. So I think with that, we're gonna wrap things up. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks again for making it all the way up until this point. I know there's probably been some of myself repeating myself throughout this video, so I apologize about that. But yeah, we're gonna try to do this for the other world announcement. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic is supposed to be announced sometime this month. At least that's what we're thinking, because of all the other previous announcements have been like month to month. So maybe this month is going to be Harry Potter, and if it is, maybe we'll do another setup like this. Again, these live chats are super rare on my channel, so I appreciate those that are watching right now and then on the replay. I'm sorry that I didn't get to everyone's comments in today's live stream. It's very difficult to, especially when we're talking about subjects like this. Thanks everyone for the super chats. Thanks so much for all the support in general on my channel. We're getting ready to hit 90,000 subscribers pretty soon, which is really cool. So we're getting there. Hopefully by the time Epic Universe opens, I'll be at 100. You never know. You never know. We're going to keep trying.
We'll be at 100, Dylan. Manifest it.
That's right. We're going to be at 100 billion. No, we'll see what happens. But I think that's going to be it. I don't know how this is going to be turned off. So if it doesn't turn off right away, we're just going to figure it out. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and let me know what your thoughts are on Dark Universe down in the comment section below. Once the video is over, I'd love to sit and chat more about it in the comment section. But thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be, I don't know, maybe a Disney video or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Take it easy, everyone. Thanks for watching. We're going to see if this turns off.